Hello there, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Senran Kagura Shinovi Master Anime Reaction here on Good Game of Fun. This is me, THP, talking to you guys once again. And so last time on episode 5, we ended up with some pretty good build-up to a cool fight, or at least I assume it to be a cool fight. So again, for about the 5th time in a row, they have a bunch of like senseless fan service that, while I do enjoy it, I do very much want the story to keep going. That's kind of what I prioritize. I want things to get more interesting, and it usually never happens until maybe like a minute or even 30 seconds before the episode ends. And so here, based on all the previews, I'm kind of assuming that it is going to be very battle heavy. Thank God that there might actually be some, dialogue or story that will bring things forward. Obviously, there's some jokey stuff in here. It wouldn't be Senran Kagura without it. But, that's going to be a little bit more on the down low. I do know that there's, like a whole opening that we got to get through. So if I'm going to talk, I think I'm just going to do it then. So, as always, if you guys haven't figured it out by now, just sync up along with me with your copy of the video along with mine. I got the timer on screen and everything. So things do look a little different. Again, if you guys haven't seen like my Phoenix Wright episodes or any other videos that I've done, I am importing everything from my iMac to this brand new PC that I got. And so that includes the way that I stream and the way that I record videos and stuff. So, yeah, you are seeing some changes, at least in camera angle and stuff. So, yeah, but everything, the content is still relatively the same. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll leave that up to the comments to say that. But anyway, in 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, you press play, and we can begin and start watching this together along with my commentary, yeah? All right, so let's begin. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this starts out in the fall. All right, I was worried that the video actually might not have been playing, because it just stayed still there for quite a while. Alright, so... yeah. Alright, this is a flashback. When I saw the previews, at the end of the last episode, I was making assumptions. I was like, did Yumi change her ways too, or something? Like, she was kind of like being vain aggressive towards Asuka, but then again, they were in a totally different place. And then the title of the damn episode is called Shinovi Versus. So yeah, this is probably... yeah, okay. This whole thing is just a retelling of Shinovi versus the last battle towards the end of the game. Here they are debating. The Chancellor is evil. In my opinion, the Jedi are evil. Yeah, that's exactly what a friend with evil ninjas would say. Ah, God. Yumi was so unlikable during Shinobi Versus, because she was very much like that Marge Simpson, like, spoil sport. Like, this is how I think, and you can't change me or anything. It was annoying. But here we go. Here we go. They're having their sort of fight. Again, expecting a really cool, well-animated fight at this point is kind of asking for too much. Although, we do get some really cool moves like that, like summoning the ground to use it as a shield, alright? Ah! Just... why'd you have to have your mouth open at that time? There we go. Sorting their shit out, they're fighting. So you're saying, no, my parents would be alive if it weren't for evil ninjas. They're all orphans. Evil took things away from us. I mean, they're kind of justified in believing that, but I'm right because my parents are dead. Sure, keep talking about logic. It can't change people's hearts? Well, it can change their minds at least. And try to get along masquerading around with those evil ninjas. Yeah, I can't let you get away with it? Alright, so that's her whole deal. You're interacting with the enemy. Alright, back to the present? Oh, okay, opening. Cool. Yeah, I mean, they were having kind of a discussion there, if a little bit deadly. Yeah, I mean, this is basically just Shinobi Versus in a nutshell. I wish I could have something to say about it. If this was new to me, if I'd never played Shinobi Versus before, and I'd hear, I was here looking at it, this would definitely be super interesting. If, obviously, if there are people out there that are just watching this anime out of context, to, you know, the rest of the games, or, you know, they came in late and you played Estiloverse or PBS or whatever, you guys for some reason haven't gotten into Shinovi Versus, which is one of the best Senran Kagura games out there, you know? It's like Deep Crimson all the way at the top, and like Shinovi Versus is pretty close. But yeah, you know, the best parts of the game are, you know, when eventually the leaders clash, right? And talk about... I feel like here, they do a better job, honestly, to really let the people know where the guessing girls are coming from, right? Like, all of our parents are dead. You know, that's our common thing here. Our common factors are we're all orphans because evil ninjas took our parents away, you know, by killing them. And Kurokage wants to, you know, have justice be done by just eliminating evil at all costs, you know? Like, you kill us and we'll kill you back, basically. And Asuka's saying, alright, you know, I get it, but that's not the way to live, you know? Like, I know that you're coming from a good place, from a genuine place, but, you know, not all evil ninjas are, like, evil ninjas. Remember, like, Wreck-It Ralph, you know? Just because you're a bad guy, it doesn't mean you're a bad guy. You know that? You have people that are kind of in the middle, like the Crimson Squad. Alright, so now we're in the present. Now we're gonna see an actual battle. Senko and Gekko. Round 2, at least as far as Asuka's concerned. But Fubuki's gonna fight too, so that's... yeah, that's pushing it to a higher difficulty. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, alright. I was wondering, like, is this gonna be, like, post-episode of 1 fight? Oh, okay, cool, see ya. I just wanted to see you cry. I'll tell you when we win. Shit. Alright, she's serious. Alright, come on, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to catch some hands. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't... that's why I was surprised when she said the Fubuki was gonna fight. He had the posing. Everybody just sort of standing still. Alright, here we go. Finally. You're an embarrassment? Oh, you're so far behind, man. The conflict creates hatred. I'm just gonna hear them out for now. Abandoned it. I don't think so. I think they still hold it close to them. They want to make the world all happy by beating up the people that disagree with us. Yeah, you don't understand that at all. You need a firmware update. You gotta get with the times, man. There we go. Even she admits it. Like, he was a cruel man. Juju? What's Juju? Oh, you're gonna summon somebody. Yeah, there we go. Wow, how deadly. It's like a giant voodoo doll. Or a Juju doll, I guess. Is that supposed to be... how is that intimidating? What the fuck? Just... it's just the guy T-posing. I know that the guy, you know, asserting his dominance might be a little intimidating for Yumi, but still. Seemed like a pretty easy target to beat up. Who was that? Alright, sure. This is cool. Could be worse, I guess. Come on, Asuka, you can do it. You were doing pretty good. You seem pretty focused with Homura, so, like... I think you've learned a thing or two. Pay attention to my slow-moving PNG, zooming in slowly. Being used by Fubuki. You're just pawns. There we go. I feel like that could look cooler. Oh my god, like Juju drill attack. That doll seems like it shouldn't be a problem. Look at him. T-posing his way into victory. Oh, there's everybody. Sure, just recycle the same pictures all over again. Alright, we got the nudity censored, obviously. True justice is power. Alright, sure. And what do the evil shinobi say? Like, the power and being strong is everything? Like, you're saying that, you know, the way to be a good shinobi of justice is to do exactly the same shit that the evil shinobi do. Oh, no, not Juju. No, why did you destroy my only love? Of course she hates evil, but hey, you know, it ain't like that. People can change. There we go. If it's right and meaningful. There we go. Get schooled. Dude, Yumi is sounding more like Asuka. It's interesting. Her weapon is like mirrors. She like reflects like lasers out of them. Alright, I wonder, is she gonna come out alright? I'm pretty sure she will. Alright, so they have to still... They need to take care of the Yoma now. Nah, they have Rin with them. I think they'll be fine. Dangerous to charge straight in, although I get the feeling that that's exactly what they're gonna do. Get behind it. Sure. I conveniently have the entire layout memorized. Alright. They're escaping through the ventilation shaft. Ooh, look at that from the side. Sure, that works. They're Shinobi, they gotta sneak around. This is the most ninja-like thing they've done so far. God, see their butts with all of their freaking outfits out of context. They would... They got a little human centipede happening here. Don't just stop. I sniffed your entire asshole. Of course, Rin doesn't care. She's more professional than that. Who are you saying that to? You mostly eat grass. Yeah, sure. Where are you even getting all that weight? If anything, you're malnutritioned. You're like me, just all skin and bones. Okay? That was a strange little diversion. Man, Yumi's moves are really... Oh my gosh, she reflected the blast with the ice. Aw, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes, like, when they fight and they show abilities, they show some really cool shit. There just isn't enough of it. Stay true to Kurokage-sama's outdated beliefs. Sure. I feel like it is at this point where their minds are going to change and they're going to turn into good guys, and then just Fubuki alone is going to be the villain. And then maybe just the Yoma will be a villain. I think Fubuki's going to turn good eventually. Hey! Big, bright flash of light. Hey, is Sony around here censoring this shit? Whoa, what's happening? Yeah, there we go. That's exactly the same shit that she said before. That just proves it. That, you know, Gekko and Senko are so fucking far behind. A girl who's friends with evil ninjas, like, that's her full fucking hang-up. I saw you sitting in the cafeteria with Homoda. You must die. I saw you sharing the chocolate milk with her. How dare you? Alright, I like this. I mean, obviously, I will love more stuff that's new, rather than just retreading the games, but... They're showing dialogue that didn't exist in the game, so, you know. And I like that stuff at the beginning. They kind of expand on it a little bit more. I feel like here, they're probably, like, way more clear about, you know, what their deal is. Rather than in the game. I like that. I like Asuka's like, hey, let's just go out and have some tea or whatever. Which is exactly what they end up doing, right? But, like, you know. It's just funny. Only a few months to live. From that point onward, he was still alive. He still had a few months to live. Oh, shit. Here comes Kurokage saying, stop. Children, stop fighting. Grandfather. All right. He just walks in here. Wow. Okay. This is kind of a retcon. Because in Shinovi versus, Kurokage is already dead. And he's been dead for a while. Like, literally, the story opens with the girls going to go visit Grandpa. But what you don't know is that they're going to visit the grave. Senko is still a badass. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Is Senko, like, Hit's daughter? Jesus. He's taking a lot of blows. Yeah, it's weird for Kurokage to be alive at that point. Yeah, they're making it clear now that the anime is kind of like its own storyline. It doesn't necessarily fit with the games. We were so perfect. There we go. Must have looked perfect. But nah. Yeah, he didn't feel whole. So they got their own deal going on. I don't like this book. Kurokage's diary. Oh, fucking old-ass diary. Of course, they read that and they're like, yeah, I agree with it entirely, which is not relevant. Kurokage-sama's battles. Damn. Is Hanzo in it? There we go. I was like, ah, yes. Our Lord and Savior. They fucking read that diary like it was a fucking Bible. Yeah, they're really talking about like it's a religion. Like, I awoke to the truth. Pure and unwavering. Pure justice. That's impossible. In the same way that pure evil is impossible, too. I mean, oh, you're crying. Come on. Ah, there we go. She's moved to... Yeah, that's Grandpa. You're my enemy. Don't cry. You're gonna make me feel bad. Oh, here we go. You see, this is what I want to see. Now we're hearing his voice. Good. They all look really weird. Their eyes look strangely separate. There we go. Hear everything from the man himself. I love the bag over Murakumo's head. No doubt. If Minori didn't look cuter now, she looks cuter there in those old pictures. Why did you betray him? Why wouldn't you join us? You see, you don't get it! One pretty little edgelord told me that there are other people that exist in the world other than me. They're still fucking fighting. Damn. Asuka's kind of a badass right now. Here we go! Come on, Beyblade attack! Oh, yeah, take that, Senko. The censoring with the... Why? So it's not light now, but now it's little spinny little thingies. Alright, is here where we're gonna get the fucking fan servicey shit with Riona? Again, just like showering for no reason. You really don't have to. You're missing out on the whole fight by showering. Trying to make her feel better, yeah. Licking! Oh god, did somebody say licking? I like Ryobi with her hair loose. She looks really pretty. She looks a lot better than with the twin tails. Great, lick each other's bodies. Yeah, okay. That's what I was expecting. When Katsuragi's not here, I guess Riona has to fill in for her. I'm so jealous, I mean stop. Oh boy. It looked like he was enjoying it for a bit. Oh, God! I want you to lick me, Jesus! Got legs spread and everything? Hit her with the Smash Brothers fan. Oh my god. And Murasaki's just wanting to go home. Oh no, I'm happy. We're all back to our normal idiotic selves. Miyabi's the only serious one here. Everybody is a fucking weirdo. Just the fucking censoring with the things. Oh boy. Oh my god, the Crimson Squad are gonna fall down there? Oh no. Blop. They went really far away from the Yoma. Wasn't the Yoma like right in front of them? Why did they go all the way over here? Oh, I guess they're gonna reach out to them. Alright, I guess that's a plan. I was about to say, like, they totally... Oh, damn. Oh, that was fast. They're ready. That Yoma looks fucking... tough. That looks badass. That looks like that could be a character in one of the games. That's a really cool looking Yoma. I like that they can take different forms, because usually we see Yoma as like these like weird animals or blobs. It talks! Yeah, like, it talked? What? Damn. Does it have like a name and a backstory or what? What up? We're not done? Hey, Asuka's kinda kicking your ass right now. Ah, Gecko's like, I don't know. Come on, they're still being stubborn. Come on, work together. Put on the Potara earrings and fuse. There we go. All right, baby. Ah, finally, the kind of episode that I've been wanting to see. Oh, shit! That's teamwork. Yeah, she left herself open. Oh my god, wrestling move! So long, Gay Bowser! There we go! Yeah, get in there! Encase them in ice! Boo! Ah, come on, you could have hit them from the air. But okay, I guess a tornado move works. Naked and naked. See ya. Sure, again, really short-lived. I guess the budget is at fault for that, but a fight's a fight. They win! Cool. Finally! We're actually getting some more fights here. But something's gonna pop up. Oh, there we go. It's so fucking weird that they kind of changed the story for Kurokage to A, be alive, and B, to interrupt the fight. Hug me, my beautiful naked granddaughter. I'm gonna die soon, so if I'm gonna do anything, I might as well do this now. There we go. Hit the harmonica. You are my light. Yeah, that's exactly what he said in the game. Oh, there we go. We lost, by the way. Leave. In here. Ah, cool. Nani? A world of pure good with the kids that you raised. Everybody's crying in this episode, man. You're gonna make me cry, jeez. It was there all along. The purity, the pure good was in your family ties. In treating each other like family, loving each other. Just as it shines quietly in the dark. Like the moon. Like literally. Like if it didn't get it, the moon there in the dark. Sure. I like this. This is so different from the game. They could have just like copied it. Step by step, but they didn't. They expanded on it. Even if it meant bringing Kurokage back from the dead, but okay. No, fuck your clothes. I love it. Minori's reasoning is like, so pancakes? Sure, whatever. Every character has their own way of rationalizing all that out. There we go. I almost kind of like this story better. Because, you know, Kurokage was able to, like, tell Yumi about his change. Yumi will fight Fubuki. No, you're fucked up. You have, like, 2 HP left. Don't fight. Yeah. I'm in her debt? Yeah. There we go. Yumi's taking it. She's the #1 favorite, so of course she's gonna take over for the big boss. Did they get them back? Oh my god, yes! It's like, oh, you fuck with us. Now we're gonna fight back. Oh, yeah. You wanted to avoid this, but now it's gonna happen. Oh, well. Now, I kind of want to see this happen. I'm assuming... Man, I'm wondering if it's gonna be like a Majin Buu thing of like, I don't want you to fight because that creates like the Yoma, you know, because the Yoma come from like Shinobi energy and like the blood that comes out of it and stuff. I forget, but you know, maybe because the both of them are really tough and they clash, maybe that'll like awaken some fucking badass Yoma or whatever. That's my assumption. I'm impressed that, well, not impressed. I'm surprised that we did not see the, you know, the Crimson Squad or Heavy Joe fight the Yoma just yet. They kind of left us on a cliffhanger right there. I'm shocked that the Yoma actually talks. You know, has dialogue of its own. It looks like a girl. It looks like it could be like a brand new character, honestly. I don't know if that particular Yoma's gonna, like, you know, do anything in particular, or if it's just gonna be a boss fight that they're gonna get rid of in a little bit. But, yeah, man, this episode was, like, so much better than I thought it was gonna be. If there's any, like, big criticism that I would give is definitely the animation. Like, just the budget, the way that all of it animates is definitely not the best. And again, I am a little bit spoiled because I've been seeing, like, the Dragon Ball Super stuff, and, you know, I definitely, my standards are a little higher. Okay, preview. Yoma smells like a human. Oh god, they're gonna be like, Yoma and humans are the same? We'll meet again. Oh boy. Ice Queen! Hey! Transformation! Cool. Wow. No fan service in that one. You know, usually they'd be like, oh, you know, I'm naked and my boobies fell out and stuff like that. But no, not even that, you know? In the previous one, they shoved in, like, the Riona licking people kind of thing. But, even here in the episode, that only lasted for a few seconds. You know, basically what we saw in the preview is what we saw now. I love it. This is exactly what I want. Just keep the story forward, even if it means doing flashbacks to stuff that we covered before, because now they're really changing shit up. When I saw the name of the episode and I saw, you know, I noticed that this was kind of a more flashbacky kind of thing, I said, oh god, they're gonna retread the whole game. You know, it's just gonna be, like, boring because I already know how it goes. But no, like, they expanded more on the dialogue. I feel like they were a lot more succinct here, and more kind of to the point with where Yumi is coming from and why they're fighting so much. And Asuka's side as well. They're like, no, I just want to be friends, you know, live in peace or whatever. Let's talk this out. And even though I do find it strange that they really changed the story to have it be like Kurokage interrupting the fight, and him sort of saying like, no, I was wrong. Come on, you know, I shouldn't be that much of a hard ass, you know, hug me, my naked, hot granddaughter. Yeah, you know, I like that. I think that's cool. Usually, these sort of retcons don't really sit well with me. But I like this one. That kind of proves that, you know, this Shinovi Master thing doesn't necessarily follow the games one-to-one. This is kind of like its own little reality, I guess. And, you know, it's not a new thing, you know, because the fan base, everybody just kind of considers the 3DS games and the PlayStation games to kind of be their own two separate storylines that then turn into one storyline in PBS Forward, right? So maybe this is just like a third, or I don't know. I really don't know. But the anime definitely has its own thing. Like, it's not a 100% dedicated to recreating the anime, the games, I mean. And based on what they did with it, I think that's a good thing, because, you know, it was left kind of ambiguous in the games of, like, you know, did Kurokage ever, you know, when Kurokage had these thoughts when he was bedridden, like in the middle of the Gessen story, like, was this actually something that he said to the girls? Is that a note that he left? Or are these just thoughts that he had before he died? By looking at the bookends of the story for Gessen, both the beginning and the end, it is very clear that when the story picks up from the very beginning, Kurokage is already dead. And so, they don't really reveal that until the very end in the final battle, where, you know, Yumi says, you know, hopefully you're watching me, you know, you're watching down on us, Kurokage, you know, grandfather in heaven, you know, and so she says in heaven and is like, oh, fuck, he's been dead this whole time. And they were talking about, like, visiting him and giving him his favorite food or whatever when they arrive, you know, at the beginning, before Hanzo comes in and stops them. But that was like them going to the grave and washing it and just having a picnic next to the grave, which is really sad, but that's a really cool twist that they put on it. And so here in the anime, it kind of takes away from that, but they kind of make up for it by A, showing his face, B, making him talk, 3, showing him in different situations where, you know, you're seeing Kurokage raising the girls, and, you know, him really, like, redeeming himself and backtracking on what he said, and just trying to, like, you know, try and change Yumi and everybody else, basically, kind of at the last moment, you know? Yumi said, you know, he only has a few months left to live, but, you know, he's using the last of his strength to be like, you know, no, I was wrong. You know, I want you guys to change, you know, you shouldn't be so extremist. And Asuka understands, and like, you know what, yeah, you know, you got some good shit going on here. And so, Gekko and Senko never saw that. What they saw was essentially like Kurokage's old Bible, you know? Like, his very old-ass diary from back in the day when he had those really extremist, cruel thoughts. And so that's all they knew. They read that and they're like, oh my god, they treated it almost like a religion, right? Like, no, he cannot be questioned. This is like the real world, you know, the promised land that we want. When in reality, you know, there was a lot of change that went into Kurokage's philosophy by the time he wrote the diary and by the time that he died, you know? And so they do expand on it. You know, there's more detail to this now. And I do like the battle between Yumi and Asuka, even though, again, very kind of crappily animated. There really isn't a whole lot there. Very repetitive. And super short as well. These fights have always been really short. But yeah, you know, the whole thing of like, no, you know, we want evil to be exterminated because we have like this Batman syndrome of like all of our fucking parents are dead because of the evil shinobi. And you want us to like stop and think that they're our friends? Well, fuck you, you know? Like, that makes sense. You know, like if my parents got killed by evil shinobi, I'd be biased against them too, right? And, you know, to have people that are supposedly on my side, you know, start, you know, like making friends with them and shit, I'd be suspicious too, honestly. Like if I was in Yumi's shoes, I'd be fucking pissed. And so I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, you're letting the enemy, like, get to us or something. But, you know, when you meet up with the Crimson Squad, which are very much in the middle, and Hebijo, which are initially evil. They're always initially evil, but, you know, they're not really evil. They kind of come off more as, like, you know, tough-ass punks that just, like, you know, solve everything with, like, brute strength instead of, like, actually being cruel or vindictive or something like that. They're just very, like, rough and tough about their goals and not necessarily, like, evil in the sense that they're scheming or manipulative or something like that, you know? The most evil thing that they have done is that they're basically mercenaries, you know? When it comes to after they graduate, the jobs that they get, you know, for a good shinobi is essentially like government-run, government-funded missions, you know? To like, you know, go and assassinate this terrorist or, you know, fighting against evil, basically, you know, defending and protecting people, being bodyguards. But for the mercenaries, anything goes, you know? That's easily the most evil thing, is to go and kill whoever they have to kill, regardless of who it is, you know? As long as it pays well, you know? But, you know, even when you get to know the Hebijo girls, they're really not that evil. You know, we really haven't seen them do anything evil other than Ryobi, who literally wanted to snipe Miyabi, and ended up accidentally shooting Murasaki and stuff. But, yeah, there are definitely some moments, but overall, they're not that bad. And so, yeah, you know, again, we're getting into these, like, little gray areas where, where Gekko and Senko kind of want this perfect world where there's no evil ever, you know, and everybody lives happy, right? Assuming that, you know, people will be happy if there's no evil or conflict or anything. I feel like at that point you get villains like Adachi from Persona 4, right? That like just get bored with how good everything is, right? So they create conflict just because it's fun. You know, that it is when you have that kind of world where you get like the super fucked up kind of evil, where people just do things because simply they feel like doing it. No, I was bored. I didn't want to see what happens. You know, to me that's more evil than like, mwahaha, I am devising this evil plan, right? There's nothing more dangerous than a guy that does something evil just cuz, you know? That kind of like loose cannon type of thing. That's scary. That's fucking scary. And that happens in real life too, which is fucked up. But, yeah, I really want to know more about that Yoma. I want to know if that Yoma is going to be like a recurring character, or if it's going to be like, you know, they're going to fight it and that's it. If it talks, and if the preview is anything to be believed, or they imply that, you know, Yoma and humans are not that different, you know, that they have consciousness and they, you know, have, I'm assuming, aspirations or goals or whatever, then maybe we'll see this character, you know, be a thing for the anime. So Yumi's gonna fight Fubuki, and they're gonna clash a lot. She's gonna transform into the Ice Queen form, so definitely that things are gonna get serious. Hopefully Asuka expands a little bit more on why she doesn't want Fubuki and Yumi to clash. And I don't know why, but, you know, again, I have this feeling there's going to be a bit of, like, a Majin Buu sort of thing, where, like, if they fight, that'll generate some energy, that'll awaken some Yoma, and things are going to get worse, and maybe that's why Asuka wanted to avoid the battle. And if that's the case, why couldn't she just say that? I don't know. But yeah, I think out of all of the episodes that I've seen, I think, you know, episode 1 is probably my second favorite episode, just because of the hard shift to, you know, the story. And this episode 6, Shinovi versus fucking Shinovi versus the game is up there, right? And also like the episode Shinovi versus in the anime is up there too. I like it. Is them getting straight to business. And again, they had comedy and they had fan service, but it was sprinkled throughout. It wasn't like a big focus like all the other episodes, I mean. Just a little bit here where they got to go through the elevator shaft and Hikage makes a joke about, somebody's weight. And Yomi's like, hey, man, fuck you. We only eat grass. Where's even the weight even coming from, right? And then, a Rin stops, and so they create, this fucking weird human centipede of, them bumping into their butts. Sure, small stuff like that is fun. And, obviously them, the Heavy Joe girls showering and Riona going back on her bullshit, just for a little bit, that's fine, that's okay. I like that when it's spread throughout and it makes sense for the characters or whatever. Hikage talking about the weight because she's really blunt, right? Because she doesn't have any emotions. So, all of that stuff makes sense, I just wish that they started that way sooner because, all of the other episodes was it was kind of like the OVA, right? And then at the very end, actual important shit. But here, this whole episode was all important shit. And I like it. Even the fight at the end, when Asuka and Yumi teamed up against Gekko and Senko, that was cool. Again, I just want it to be better animated. I just want it to last longer. I want them to really show a fight, instead of cutting away all the time. But again, for a really niche thing like Senran Kagura, I have to accept the reality that the budget and the money is simply not there. And that we're not really going to get a battle like that. If I'm going to hold out hope for anything, I am assuming that there might be some big final battle towards the end that might be well animated. But even then, I'm visualizing all of the girls together fighting. And so that's going to completely, shoot the budget in the foot if that's, what's going to happen. I'd rather just have it be a one-on-one battle between, Asuka or Yumi versus one other character, right? Like that one Yoma, that shows up, maybe evolved into a more powerful version or whatever. So that it animates well, There are some parts that look really, really cool, from the game. Like when Asuka summons, the pillar of dirt, the ground, to, create a shield, Yumi's ice attacks, the way that, the weapons are being used. I love that Senko just punches the shit out of people like she's hit from Dragon Ball Super. I like Gekko's weapon that it's almost like a spiky, boomerang, but at the same time it opens up to become mirrors that reflect stuff and shoot lasers and shit. But also Yumi has, by the way, a never before seen ability where she uses the ice to reflect the laser back. And so that's cool. I want to see more of that shit. But we're very slowly getting there, and I can't wait. I can't wait. This is definitely a really nice turning point where they're actually getting some dialogue in, they're actually getting some story in, they're expanding the lore, they're adding more detail, they're adding more to the characters, they're adding more to Kurokage, who we barely saw in Shinovi and Estival or whatever. We never saw what the guy looked like. Now we know what he looks like, we know what he sounds like, we know, we're actually seeing him do the shit, we're seeing the change. And so, yeah, I feel like out of everything that I've seen so far, this is the best episode. And the second best one probably being episode 1, I would say. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I enjoyed this episode very, very much. Even stupid smaller shit like Minori, fucking Minori. Everybody's saying talking about the justice and the change that they're going through, and Minori's yeah, it's like having a pancake without honey. Just never change, Minori, never change. But if you guys enjoyed this episode like I did, you guys can go ahead and give it a like, and of course, you can hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, comment whatever you want, and of course, social media links are down in the description down below. I have a playlist for these anime episodes if you guys need to catch up. And yeah, I will see you guys next time for some more Senran Kagura Shinobi Masters in a week. Yeah, so we're actually gonna get into a new one. That's what's the name of the next episode? I forgot. We will meet again. Yeah, that's what it was called. And so yeah, there was no fan service in the preview, so I think this is gonna be all fighting, and I'm excited. I want to see it. All right, see you next time. Bye bye.